Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Severely Mame, and today I figured I would show you the thrift store surprise my partner and I got just recently. Now, we're staying in quarantine for the most part, but we've gone out for a few outings and we always wear masks when we do so. They just had a new roommate move in here. I'm currently in my partner's home because where I live is being remodeled a little bit, so I moved in here for a little while, which has caused a lag in video. But we needed to get some things for the house when their new roommate moved in, so we all made a trip to Goodwill, and while we were there, we happened upon these vintage wig cases. Two of them that came from the same person, because they're exactly the same model, just in two different colorways. Now, I saw the wig carriers and I was like, let's get those. They're a little pricey, but we'll use them. Traveling with wigs is a nightmare. Being able to travel with a wig in its own suitcase is nice. So these were $14.49 each, and we were like, that's not that bad. It's a little expensive. And then we got the surprise that not only were we buying the wig cases, they came with wigs in them. Now these wigs, oh gosh, they're in rough shape right now. So not only is this a wig in this one, it is on a proper wig block. This is a human hair wig in a very, mom color. I think this is the color of my mom's hair, which is why I'm saying that. But yeah, it's for sure human hair, and it is a full wig on a canvas wig block. So we were like, oh, okay, this is well worth it at this price. So this one, short little something. I'm actually curious if I am gonna be able to take this wig and with the cut that's in it, dye it black and do vintage styles with altering a hair. So this was the first wig. And the second one, it's actually not a full wig. I was so excited when this got opened and I saw what it housed. Because after seeing the wig in the first one, we were like, oh, okay, these are coming with hair pieces. This one, on a styrofoam block, not a full wig block, sadly. Oh, she's shifted. Let me get her back to her glory. On the head where she goes. Okay. It is a topper, as some would call it. Others might say it is a wiglet. Those others would be my grandmother. It's a human hair piece, again, same color as the last one. I'm guessing this hasn't been styled or worn since the 1970s. The box that it's in alone kind of tells me that, but the style, huge, teased up. You would almost think that there is enough hair for this to be a full wig, but it's just extremely teased up and hairsprayed. But in the back, oh, I pinned this on kind of crooked. Let me adjust. So in the back, there's all of these curls that have been like meticulously styled, cascading down it. So this would be worn on the top of the head for volume, and maybe my grandmother wore her wiglets because she was losing her hair, much like me. So this one was probably styled just to style the bottom half of the hair, put it on top, and have the volume that she wanted. I'm guessing this is from the 70s. It is wild. I am so excited to wash these pieces and, disinfect them. And then I think I'm going to dye them black. They're not light enough for me to dye mine orange. So I think, oh, a hairpin just fell out. So I'm very excited to take them, wash, brush, sterilize them, then color them black. And you see how I can utilize them as normal hair pieces. I have thrifted hair pieces in my collection already. Lauren and I always look for blonde human hair pieces when we're at the thrift stores, and she has been very lucky. I have not. And she's gotten pieces almost exactly like this one that we use. So what it is, it's a little, pretty much canvas, rounded circle with tracts of hair sewn on and around it, and then you style that. This is what Lauren and I use for our poodle hairdos. Just take it, tightly curl it, pin it to the front, and you've got the perfect 40s poodle. So the idea with this is I'm going to brush it out, clean it, get it up to snuff, dye it black, because I do like myself with black hair, even though I'm going orange again. And then I'm going to see how I can incorporate it into my wig wardrobe. So she is something else, but I figured I would take you guys on the process of what the heck am I going to do with these very strange human hair wigs. Now I know you must be thinking, wow, that's gross, you're going to keep and wear those previously owned, styled, and worn hair pieces? Yes. Yes, I am. I have done it before and I shall do it again. You know, you can wash and sterilize hair for the most part and give it a good cleanup. And then it's good to wear. It's human hair, so it can be shampooed like normal hair. I've worked in a hair salon and I've had to wash strangers' hair many a time. I don't get particularly put off by it like most would. So I'm excited to see what I can do with these pieces, so I figured I would bring you guys along the way to see this hopeful transformation of some very strange wigs from Goodwill. Welcome to the bathroom. I've changed out of my glamorous outfit and I've put my other hair away because I needed to put on my workwear. I put on my apron. I'm in the bathroom by the bathtub. I could try to do these in the kitchen sink, but the kitchen sink is not very big in this house, so I've decided I'm just gonna try and wash these wigs in the tub. The first thing I'm going to do, this one is not in too rough of shape. First thing I'm gonna do is just do a normal shampoo and conditioner. It's gonna be pretty easy on this one because it's not extremely teased up. There's some teasing, but it's nowhere near as bad as the other piece. So I'm just going to wet, shampoo, and condition this piece first. Next I did 2 shampoos, next I'm going to condition. Now this wig needs some conditioner, that is for sure. I am going to probably put a lot into this, and then I might give it, work on kind of combing out a little bit of the teasing that's been in there for probably at least 30 years. This could all be an experiment that fails in the long run, but I'm trying to have that not be the case. Well, I've just noticed there is a tag that was not easy to see when I had looked at these wigs before. It's actually very hard to read because it's sparkly threads. The wig's 100% Kanekalon. So it's not even human hair. There is zero reason for me to continue doing anything with this wig because it would cost me about $12 to get something of the same quality online in a color that is not hideous. I was really hoping for human hair, and now I'm feeling like the other hairpiece is also going to be synthetic hair. No, okay, thank God. There is a tag in this one. that says 100% human hair. Bummer for this hair because it is in rough shape, but I'm going to continue on with this process because having this dyed black will be great to have around. The other wig, maybe I'll find something to do with it. It is not a color I can ever see myself particularly wearing, but you know, sometimes it's worth having wigs around. It's almost Halloween. I've got my work cut out for me here. I'm gonna do the rest of this off camera. It's just gonna be a combination of combing, washing, conditioning, combing again. Until I get out all of the teasing and hairspray that's in there. At least I know this one is 100% human hair, so this is going to be a worthwhile effort. This is where I'm at right now. I will see you when these wigs are looking at least a little more normal.
Okay guys, so for the next step of this process, I am lacking some materials. I got everything washed up and only one of the hair pieces ended up being human hair. I did a little test strip last night to see if I could get it to lighten at all because it's a, pretty ashy brown, like not very interesting color. And I've decided that I am going to go pick up some dye from Sally's, which is right down the street from me. So I've donned my mask, I've got my hand sanitizer in my purse. I'm going to make a quick trip over there, Sally's, and get the hair dye that I need, and then I will be back working on these hair pieces. Excuse my being a bit of a sweaty mess. I just got back from walking to the beauty supply. I got a black dye because that's what I originally thought I was going to do, was dye that black because I love having black hair even though I'm going back to orange. But then I felt like the color was a little too light to warrant jumping right to black. What would you like, Selena? I'll be with you in a moment. I felt bad jumping right to black. I thought I might be able to get a red color, not the orange that I usually go, but I thought I might be able to just get a coppery redhead color, which I've done in the past, so I probably have hair pieces I could pair it with. I think it's worth trying, especially because if I don't need length, there's enough hair on that topper that I could style a top piece to cover my hairline and put it with a turban or a head wrap in some way, and come out with like a nice orange hair. So I'm going to put on my work clothes and try dyeing that.
Okay, so I put on my work clothes, which is just my apron, and then I have my slip-on under it. But I mixed up my color. I got just a Wella color charm in their red color. I don't know how light this is reading on camera, but there's so much blonde highlight in there. I really think it's worth me trying this out. Because if it doesn't work, it's not a huge deal. Because I will just go over it with black. But I didn't want to jump straight to black without giving this a try, just in case I could have a nice red hairpiece. Also, I kind of felt bad dyeing it black immediately. I feel like I need to try other options just in case. Now, I could probably just do a test strip to see if this is going to work. And that's probably actually what I should have done. But instead, I have just readied a bowl of color, and I'm gonna just start applying it. finished putting on the dye. I let it sit for about 25 minutes and just gave her a wash. The color, I think, is the color it's supposed to be. I will say that. I am a little disappointed in myself because I think I really could have tried even a lighter orange color, but instead I jumped dark. I should have just gotten an orange, like, dye that didn't use any developer and just see if that took to this, because I think it actually might have in the long run. This red took way better than I thought. I feel like when it dries it will be extremely close to the little like tab at the beauty supply. And who knows, I may be able to wash it lighter and do like an over of just, you know, cheap orange color and see if that kind of takes all the lighter highlight bits and colors it. But also those highlight bits I think might be part of a lie. It says it's 100% human hair, and I bet it could be a blend because there is some blonde strands. Like this was coated in an entire tube of color. I think some of these patches are synthetic hair, but it's like the majority is human. So here, I'll give you a little bit of a close-up. Now the hair is still a little wet. But all in all, I think this will actually be fine and something I will like work with and wear, especially while I have no hair right now. The next time you see her, she'll be cut and styled and I will be wearing her. If you want to see how I cut and style her, you can follow the link below to my Patreon, where there'll be an exclusive video on how I style this topper to show you guys how it came out. So I've finished my revamp of these two Goodwill wig finds. First one is the wiglet or fall or topper, whatever you'd like to call the partial wig. And I am wearing it. I didn't even have to cut it at all. You can see how I've styled this on my Patreon through the link below. I am happy with the color. I know I could have gone lighter, but I actually do like this more natural, unnatural red. It's very fun. The cut ended up being very like 30s, Claudette Colbert, various women from the Women Bob, and I really like it. I think this is something I can wear regularly, especially with a turban or a headscarf to cover the back and just have these front bits all styled. I might take a little bit of hair out of the bangs and add it to the sides. It's gonna take me a little while to get it down perfect, but I love having this. This was so worth it and so worth the work because I really love how it came out. So here's a little view. I think it does the trick. And being human hair, it'll be a little easier to wear during Arizona warm weather. So I'm really happy with this. Now, as you saw through the other video, I sadly found out the other wig was not human hair, which made it a little less worth working on. But that doesn't mean I completely abandoned it. So here she is, all cleaned up and brushed out. I gave her a little bit of a bang trim because they were looking a little unruly. Teased up the top just a hair, just to kind of get it, the cut to kind of lay how I think it originally would have. And then flipped the ends back up, again how I think this style would have been worn. I think she actually looks fairly cute. I'm gonna keep her in the collection. Sadly, the elastic on the inside has stretched out and is pretty much dead, which makes this wig fit very big. What I'm gonna do is sew some elastic on the inside to replace it and see if that works. And that will be something coming in the future. You'll probably be able to catch that one earlier on Patreon and might come over here to YouTube too. Now the color and everything isn't particularly me on this wig. Like I said, I'm gonna keep it around. I hate throwing a wig away, especially because she ended up cleaning up pretty cute. She's got some volume, but once I go in and see if I can fix the elastic in the cap, you know, I might be able to wear her for a little something. tease her up a little bigger to her full glory as I imagine she used to be worn, and have like a cute little 60s do. Like I said, the elastic is all stretched out. My entire hand is fitting in the back of this to hold it onto here. So I'll see if I can fix that up. But across the board, those wig carriers were such a great deal, especially to come with 2 wigs. I think I put maybe $15 into the color for this one, and that's the only product I had to buy specifically for this hairpiece, which is great. And then this one, no money spent on it. All I used was shampoo and conditioner, which if I would have realized it was synthetic, I wouldn't have even had to use that. I could have just used some like soap. But she's looking much better. She is giving me a whole new life, some real hair fantasy to hide my hair while it's growing out. The wig cases I love. I'm gonna give them a good clean, and then I'm going to customize them for my partner and I. And all around, I think this was a great, successful thrift find. From being a surprise in those suitcases to being able to wear it now. I'm really happy with this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video so much. Follow the link down below to my Patreon. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. There is more coming for videos. I've shot a bunch this week actually, so keep an eye out for those. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all soon.